Hello and how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with another Bethesda News Roundup video where I break down the most recent Bethesda news, rumors, and speculation. I have a couple quick things to say before I get to today's news and information. First is, this is the first video I'm working on my new PC, so that's pretty awesome. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. I moved over all my video assets and everything, so everything should be okay. The new build is working pretty awesome. I'll show it off here in a little while, but either way I'm super hyped to bring you the next level of my content. And the second thing is, it's raining like crazy outside, and some kind of nearby construction site is either doing really well or really horribly, judging by the just bunch of noises I'm hearing. Either way, they're really productive outside despite the weather, so you might hear some kind of strange background noises. But either way, let's not waste any more time and get to today's information. First thing is, another insider that I've mentioned in previous videos, because this insider, Jeff Grubb, has had a pretty credible track record regarding Microsoft and Bethesda leaks, especially since Bethesda was purchased by Microsoft. However, Jeff Grubb says that based upon everything he's heard, he's like 90% sure that Starfield will release this year in November of 2021, which is what the majority of everyone else kind of thinks as well. Some people believe Starfield may have been like unofficially pushed back to 2022 because of COVID and Bethesda working from home during all of that craziness, but either way, a lot of insiders think the game is going to come out in 2021, and Jeff Grubb also believes that as well. Jeff Grubb seems to have also said we will most likely hear about the game this summer also, which kind of coincides with other inside statements. It seems like Starfield is the Bethesda game to get like the most inside statements about. Either way, Starfield has a lot of people's attention because it is their first new IP in over 25 years, but I still think we're going to hear about Starfield this summer and not at this March event that a lot of people are thinking we might hear about Starfield again at. A lot of people seem to think at this March 26th Microsoft event we might get another Starfield trailer, but Microsoft has already put out an official statement saying no huge announcements will be at this event, so we might get some kind of like low-key stuff for maybe smaller games, maybe indie games, stuff like that, but I highly doubt we'll get a Starfield teaser or announcement or anything like that at this Microsoft March 26th event after that official statement, so keep that in mind. Don't expect Starfield at all in March. Like I keep saying, we'll probably get a teaser in May, following up until the big Bethesda showcase in June and the Summer Games Fest as well. That is when you should expect to hear about Starfield next, as well as the majority of any other major announcement that'll be coming this year. But either way, let's move on to the next thing I want to talk about in today's video. And hopefully I'm not a little rusty with my content. It has been a few days since I've done the video, so I feel a little off in this video. It might take me a couple videos to get back into my usual like standard and my usual groove, but either way, this is what I want to talk about next. Deathloop got yet another Game Informer interview, which is hype because Deathloop is an amazing game. This interview focused more on the weapons in Deathloop, and Deathloop looks like there's a lot more to the game than what you may think at first, and if you haven't actually started paying attention to this game, now's a great time. There's a lot more content, a lot more interviews, and a lot more stuff out there about Deathloop than there was like months ago, and I actually think this game is going to be a lot better than people are expecting. Arcane does great stuff, and for some reason, I know this game is a new franchise, so it may not be getting as much attention as it would if it was like a sequel to a different Arcane franchise, but either way, I think a lot of people are going to be pleasantly surprised by this game, and I'll definitely be picking it up. Either way, you can check for a link to this new Deathloop interview over at Game Informer down in the description below. Let's move on to the next thing I want to talk about in today's video. Word on the street is the Zenimax board of directors has been basically dissolved, and they've moved on to other things. I don't want to actually like link where a lot of these board of directors have actually moved on to. They have moved their focus onto other things away from the Zenimax board because, like I said, they've been dissolved, but this isn't some kind of shady thing. It's just a natural thing that was going to happen with this Microsoft acquisition anyway, and they all walked away with a healthy paycheck. Like I said, I don't want to actually show you where they all went because that's kind of like maybe invading their privacy a little bit, even though it is public information, but it seems like the Zenimax and Bethesda era is finally coming to a close, and the Bethesda and Microsoft era is just beginning, which is going to be a golden age for Bethesda in my opinion. Nothing against Zenimax, although some people do indicate Zenimax is the most likely candidate for who has been pushing for more monetization practices within Bethesda games, but that's a little bit more of the speculative conspiracy stuff. That's going to basically finish up everything I want to talk about in today's video. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm probably a little rusty. This video isn't up to par with my normal quality, probably. I feel a little off in my timing and stuff, and just my overall, like, I guess, narration, but that'll get better because as I take a couple days off to focus on building my new PC and transfer everything over, somehow my skills degrade as if I've been sitting in some kind of oblivion jail and my lockpicking skill has decreased or whatever. But either way, it's going to finish up everything I want to talk about in today's video. I'm super hyped to bring you the next phase of content for the channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of streams, a lot more awesome stuff, so stay tuned for what I have in store for you all. But as always, if you enjoy the content, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn notifications on. And if you want to help grow the channel and the community, be sure to share the content, share the channel, because the YouTube algorithm really ignores channels underneath 100,000 subscribers. However, since I've been asking you all to share the content, the channel does grow a lot faster. So huge thank you, it is much appreciated. And speaking of appreciation, huge shout out to these amazing people for going above and beyond to bring you content like this. Since my new build is complete, I am updating this list now, so now is your last chance to get added to the new list for the next few weeks before updated again. Either way, links for all this and more are down in the description below, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time, when hopefully it doesn't sound like apocalyptic rain is going down outside with mysterious factory sounds. That's kind of a strange combination.
It just works.